Hi, everybody. This video is essentially about how corporations have really usurped the laws of an awful lot of nations around the world. It does not matter that Trump pulled us out of the TPP because the TPP, many of their provisions are effectively enforced. I'm going to be getting into forced arbitration, how corporations are usurping our laws, and courts are allowing them to do this. But I first want to get into Oath, O-A-T-H. It's the media division of Verizon. Oath. It runs AOL and Yahoo. And Oath has unified the privacy policies of AOL and Yahoo, along with other companies, which you will see in a second. I want to thank my subscriber who may have inadvertently brought this to my attention through a Gmail notification from their Google Plus page. This video, email providers to control all content and own personal data. And I will link to this below. It's Dave Hodges' video. Well, he mentions Oath. I never heard of that company, so I went to check it out. What's in a name are company values. Oath. Um, it essentially is a company that is collecting data. That's what it does. And, well, it puts consumers first, so I'm sure you feel at ease now, right? We before me. They raise the bar. They speak the truth. They create what's next. Right, not easy. This is simple. Behave in ways we are proud of. Call to action. Do your part here and everywhere. Commit to inclusion. Be yourself. Build together. Have an oath you want to share with us and the world. Share it on Twitter or Facebook and tag it with "What's your oath?" Okay. Well, what this let me just see, or let me just show you the brands. Okay. Yahoo Finance, Yahoo, AOL, Yahoo Sports, Mail, News, Weather, all of AOL, One by AOL, Flurry, Huffington Post, Verizon, Tumblr, Engadget, Autoblog, Makers, Build, Riot, TechCrunch. Oath will no doubt join in a partnership with an awful lot more companies, especially online companies. And when they do, they consolidate their power. This consolidation of these multinational corporations taking over so many companies, what does that mean? That means that eventually you will be left with no choice. No choice. And that is the point of consolidation. That's the point of the federal government usurping the powers around the entire nation. It's also the point of bringing all of those European nations together in a European Union. You lose your sovereignty, you lose your rights. But the privacy, it's gone. It really is gone. Our privacy rights, we don't have any anymore. So this is the Privacy Center of Oath. June 2017, they announced that Yahoo and AOL had joined to become Oath. Oath, a digital and mobile media company and part of Verizon. Okay, their privacy pledge. This privacy policy is meant to help you understand what information Oath, its affiliates, and its house of global brands collect. So I just showed you the brands, but it's not just that information from their global brands. It is information from third parties, or how about this, anybody that you correspond with, emails, anybody who writes to you, they're reading them. So they do claim to be transparent. Well, they really are very, very transparent. And when you see privacy policies that they post, make public, and you don't hear any outcry, well, you know that they got us. They got us. I mean, Oath, just simply joining with AOL and Yahoo, they snagged hundreds of millions of users. But it's not just the users. They have snagged millions upon millions of other non-users who connect with the users. Wow. So all of the information is being collected and stored and used. We may collect and combine information when you interact with Oath services, including information you provide to us, when you create an account with an Oath service or brand. When you use our services, we may recognize you or your devices even if you are not signed in to our services, which means that they will have access to your computer even when you're not signed in. Oath may use device IDs, cookies, and other signals, including information obtained from third parties to associate accounts and/or devices with you when you use our services to communicate with others or post, upload, or store content. Wow, what content? Comments, photos, videos, emails, messaging services, attachments, voice inputs. Oath will analyze and store all communication content, including email content from incoming and outgoing mail. All of your emails and all of the emails that you receive. All that you send, all that you receive. They will analyze, which means read. And they claim that this allows them to deliver and personalize and develop relevant features and content and advertising and services, all just for you because you are special to Oath. When you otherwise use our services, such as title queries, watch history, page views, search queries, view the content, we make available or install any Oath software, such as plugins, we take it all. When you sign up for paid services, use services that require your financial information or complete transactions with us or our business partners, we may collect your payments, your billing information. We collect information from your devices, computers, mobile phones, tablets, etc. Any device that we can get the information from, we're going to get it from, including information about how you interact with our services and those of our third-party partners, and information that allows us to recognize and associate your activity across devices and services. This information includes device-specific identifiers, and information such as IP address, cookie information, mobile device, advertising identifiers, browser, version, operating system, type, and version. They're getting right into your computer. Mobile network information, device settings, and software data. We may recognize your devices to provide you with personalized experiences and advertising across the devices you use. We collect information about your location. I don't know how people use those smartphones and iPhones and that GPS tracker. Don't people get a little, I don't know, annoyed or feel a little uncomfortable that our police, law enforcement, government, Google, Oath, Yahoo, all of these people know exactly where you are? That, to me, just is, this is not a world that I want to be living in. It's a world that has manifested, but it's a wow world, because if they ever want to pick you up, bada bing, they got you. There is nowhere to hide. Oh, but people think, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. Guess what? If they want to use you for anything, they got you. If information comes into your email from someone else that you don't even know, and they're talking about things that, well, trigger the artificial intelligence, they're picking up on words, and then they start monitoring very closely your email, and they see something in an email about guns, or it doesn't matter. So many people have been caught in a net and have been completely innocent simply because they've received information from someone they didn't even know. I mean, the ramifications of this, the implications of it, are so vast that, well, that's why everybody should really be concerned. We collect information when you access content, advertising, sites, interactive widgets, applications, and other products. It's coming from both on and off our services. So what Oath is saying is, users, AOL, Yahoo, Oath, we're collecting information even when it has nothing to do with our services or brands. Where Oath's data collection technologies happen to be. Information also includes the kind of content or ads served, viewed, or clicked on, literally everything that you are doing, and the frequency in which you do it, and the duration of your activities. The sites, and researchers, okay? You're researching some event that has taken place, and you're researching false flags or crisis actors, or you're researching terrorism. You are completely innocent, but you happen to remain too long on, I don't know, well, ISIS has a website, and suddenly you're picked up in the artificial intelligence. You've done nothing wrong, but it won't matter. Oh boy. So, also the sites or apps you used before accessing our services, and where you went next. Whether you engaged with specific content or ads, whether you went on to visit an advertiser's website, downloaded an advertiser's app, purchased a product or service advertised, or took other action. Wow. So, what they said took other action? It is limitless. We collect information about you when we receive it from other users, third parties, affiliates, such as when you connect your account to third-party services or sign in using a third-party partner. Oh, like Facebook and Twitter. They're third-party partners. Well, they didn't have Facebook and Twitter in that page. Publicly available sources, advertisers about your experiences or interactions with their offerings. They're collecting information from advertisers about your experience or interactions with their offerings. When we obtain information from third parties or other companies, such as those that use our services, so they can obtain information from anywhere, essentially. And activity on other sites and apps, as well as information those third parties provide to you or us. We may also receive information from Verizon and will honor the choices Verizon customers have made about the uses of this information when we receive and use this data. How will we use the information? Well, we're going to use it in order to deliver, personalize, and improve our services by combining and using the information we have about you to understand how you use and interact with our services and the people or things you're connected to and interested in. The non-users. We may also use the information we have about you for the following purposes. Analyze your content and other information, including emails, instant messages, posts, photos, attachments, other communications. We can review and control certain types of information tied, or you can review and control certain types of information tied to your Oath account. You want to know what that is? The control that you have over your account? Well, you can edit your account information. You can even edit your profile information. You can unsubscribe from marketing messages. You can selectively manage your interests. You can get personalized ads or opt out of those ads. You can use a tool to view your historical searches. And you can even remove searches. Aren't you lucky? You can visit Yahoo's personalized content on you based on your online activities. And you can opt out or make alterations. You can remove data from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube, from Google, from Yahoo, and it does not matter. You hitting delete, a lot of people actually believe that they're deleting information and nobody will have access to it. Everything that you are inputting into this little box here is captured, collected, and stored. So you hit delete and you can't see it, but it's still available to, the powers that be that want to use it. And that's essentially what you can do. That's that's your control. You could location management. They say that you can remove your geolocation information. You can make ads more relevant. That's it. Everything else, all of your data, you have no control over. Their use and their collection of it all. It's also used to help advertisers and publishers connect to offer relevant advertising for you, to provide targeted advertising based on your device activity, inferred interests, and location information. Um, they can associate activity and accounts under a single used ID, to conduct research and support innovation, to create analytics and reports for whomever they want, provide location-based services, advertising search results, and other content consistent with your location settings, combine information we have about you with information we obtain from business partners and other companies, such as your activities on other sites and apps, and detect and defend against fraudulent, abusive, or unlawful activity. And abusive is not defined. How we share this information? They share the information with its affiliated brands and companies and with Verizon. Their affiliated brands and companies, that's an awful lot of sharing of your information. We do not sell, license, or share information that individually identifies our customers, but there's no real guarantee. But they will share your information about you, and it will be personalized to identify you under certain circumstances, with your consent, with Verizon. Within the Oath and Oath services and their affiliates, within all of these companies, those who work for these companies have access to your information, and with their trusted partners. For legal and other purposes, this is where it gets scary. This is where companies are all powerful, and you can be completely innocent, but your life can turn into a complete and utter nightmare when they share information for investigations or to prevent or take action in connection with legal processes, legal requests. What does that mean? Legal requests, legal processes. An attorney submits a request for documents, financial documents, a divorce attorney, or child support, debt collection, bankruptcy. There's no hiding anything anymore. And that's exactly the world that they want to create. So, this is putting our lives into the hands of really profoundly evil people, and there's no stopping it now. But also to enforce the terms of service for claims that any content violates the rights of third parties, requests for customer service, technical issues, protecting the rights, property, or personal safety of Oath, its users, or the public. Protecting the rights, property, or personal safety of Oath, its users, or the public. Anyone. A user, the public, protecting the rights and property. That essentially means that they will provide information, and it's within their discretion, to anybody. We've handed over our lives to this internet, to tech companies, to governments that control these tech companies. Also, for establishing or exercising our legal rights or defending against legal claims, or as otherwise required by law It may include responding to lawful governmental requests. The children's privacy. We do not knowingly collect, use, or share information that could reasonably be used to identify children under age 13. 13. Why aren't they using the legal age, 18? Why do they choose 13? Because children are a profitable marketing unit, marketable unit. That's why it's 13. Regardless of the country where you reside, you authorize us to transfer, process, store, and use your information in countries other than your own. And some of those countries may not have the same data protection safeguards as the country where you reside. So all of your information goes around the world, can be used by other countries, however they want to use them, however they want to use the information. By using our services, you consent to us transferring information about you to these countries. Private policy does not apply to the practices of companies that oath does not own or control. And if you have any questions and suggestions, my God. Well, we knew this was coming, and we knew the world that was manifesting. But it's here. We're living it. You know, we're not living in the United States of America. You know, you guys are not living in the UK, Ireland, Austria, Australia, Italy, Spain, France. We're all living in this new world order, and it has been taking shape for many, many years. But now we're seeing it right smack in our faces. And we still only, well, where are the crickets even? All right. You know what? I am going to, I'm going to do another video on the forced arbitration because I didn't realize how long this was. And I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out, make it very, very clear, every detail, every aspect of your life is already being monitored. Wow. All the information about you. Everything. And not just about you. Your friends, your family, your children, your spouses, the people that you work with, everybody that contacts you. This is a worldwide web, the net that they got us all snagged into. But I kept getting these notifications about the arbitration, you know, submitting to arbitration, as well as waiving class action suits. But it doesn't seem to be coming up now. And let me just refresh the page to see if I got it, and I don't think nope. All right, well, yeah, forced arbitration. It is effectively the provision in the TPP that allows corporations to usurp the rules, regulations, and laws of the signatory countries. So all of the Trump supporters, yay, yay, yay. He pulled us out of the TPP, the climate change agreement, my God, or Paris Accord. No, all of it is going on anyway. So for years, so many of us were focused on the TPP, doing all of the research and posting videos and voicing our opposition. And at the exact same time, corporations were consolidating all of their power and they were writing their own rules, usurping individual rights, privacy rights for sure, usurping our individual rights by these terms of services that no one ever reads. And when you read them, you get to see, wow, okay, I don't have the right to sue in court. I have just been told that I have to submit to arbitration. And oh, arbitration, the company or the corporation gets to pick the arbitrators. And there was a study conducted, which I'll show you in the next video, by public citizens. And they found that of the cases, sorry for the car, of the cases that they reviewed from the largest arbitration forum, the National Arbitration Forum, the results, 94% of the cases were ruled in favor of corporations. 94%. And that's why these corporations are now telling people, well, terms of service, Microsoft, you use your computer after this certain date, you can no longer sue Microsoft in a court. You have to submit to arbitration. They get to pick the arbitrators, and the arbitrators, very often, because they want to continue working, they rule in favor of the corporation. This is unlawful. Are our courts recognizing any of this? No, no. But when you get to see that these forced arbitration, the mandatory arbitration clauses in contracts that credit card companies, automobile dealers, banks, hardly anybody. You open up a checking account. Do you read the contract? No. You sign away your right to settle a dispute against the bank in a court of law. But it is so ubiquitous now. And our Chamber of Commerce actually said, well, people are entering into agreements that are voluntary. It is not voluntary when you have no choice. When you have credit card companies, and they're all pretty much the same contract, you have no choice except not to get a credit card. But when so many industries are following the same practice, choice has been taken away. So it's not voluntary. When Microsoft has a virtual total monopoly in terms of people accessing the internet on PCs, 90%. 90% of computer users are on PCs. The other 10, Apple. You don't have a choice. So the New World Order is not coming. We're living it. We're at the genesis, the beginning of this whole new life. I will link below to everything. I hope you have a good night.